about that mile high magic. You can feel it in the air, in the altitude. Feel it when you can't breathe.
Life in a barrel. Life in a barrel. Life in a barrel.
What it do, Broncos country, and welcome to the number one source for Broncos news, takes, and opinions. This is Life in a Barrel. Inspired by the legacy of the late Broncos superfan Tim Barrelman McKernan, we seek to give you raw, educated, unfiltered Denver Broncos news and opinions that only superfans can deliver. I'm your host. I go by the name of Town, and joining me every week, my partner in crime. Please welcome Tariq Hatchet Young to the show. Reek, what they gonna say now, man?
What they gonna say now? What's good? What's good?
What they gonna say now, baby?
They ain't got nothing to say now.
And I know, believe me, they're saying fraud right now.
Yeah, that's true. They always got something to say. But like my boy Jonathan Cooper said, fuck the Chiefs.
Fuck the
we
Chiefs.
Number one seed as of right now.
I love it. I love it. Well, I mean, regardless of the fraud allegations, my boy, AFC West champions. First time since 2015, my boy. We got to celebrate that shit, man.
First time in 10 years. The last time we won the division, I was still in high school. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was still a parent. I was still
old.
a parent. Yep. We were, my daughter was 3. She's now 13. I'm going to be honest. It wasn't the prettiest of games against the Chiefs. But let's go ahead and get into the recap of it, man. Denver struck first, opening the game with a methodical 14-play drive that chewed up more than 8 minutes and ended in a Will Lutz field goal for a 3-0 lead. Kansas City responded by capitalizing on a Bo Nix interception late in the first quarter, turning the short field into a second quarter passing touchdown to take a 7-3 advantage. Denver answered before halftime with another long drive, but again settled for 3, sending the teams to the break with Kansas City up 7-6. Chiefs added a 53-yard field goal early in the third to extend the lead to 4, but that momentum didn't last long. Bo Nix engineered a 14-play, 72-yard response, capping it himself with a 9-yard touchdown scramble to put Denver back up on top, 13-10. Kansas City tied it with a field goal early in the fourth, setting up a tense final stretch. With the game on the line, Nix delivered again, leading a 14-play, 65-yard drive that ended with a 1-yard touchdown pass to give Denver a 20-13 lead with under 2 minutes to play. Defense sealed it, forcing incompletion on 4th down to close out the win. Reek, what are your thoughts on this game against Kansas City, man?
It was a Thursday night game. It was a trap game. I think the Thursday night games are always trap games. I was expecting a blowout, but it didn't happen. I think my biggest pet peeve when it comes to this game is the long drives. We had 2 long drives in the game, and we only got 3 points off of that. It's unacceptable because if we're gonna run that much clock, we got to put 7 on. We got to put 6 on the board, and then get the extra point to make it 7.
I agree. I'm actually gonna cherry pick something that you said. You said that these Thursday night games are usually trap games. I'm going to go ahead and take it a step further, and I'm going to say that these Thursday night games are usually trash games. I can't stand the concept of these Thursday night games, man. With 3 days rest, you get a condensed playbook. The team's already half tired, no real chance for recovery. Like it's not entertaining. It's not good on anybody. It makes the product look bad.
Exactly. It makes the product trash. I don't know why it's still a thing. I don't understand it. You want the best quality football. You get it out of some teams, but Broncos rarely have good Thursday night games, I think. So
hey, you're talking to someone who was at that Russell Wilson Colts game on Thursday night a few years back, man. Yeah, that was a rough one. But you know what? I still enjoyed it because I always go cheer my Broncos on whenever I get the opportunity.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, they got the job done. Ended the trap game, defeated the Chiefs. The first time we sweat the Chiefs since 2014, so that's a good thing to be happy about. People are going to be like, oh, well, Mahomes wasn't playing. Sweep is a sweep.
So the fuck what? Hey, and you know what? I don't care if Mahomes hasn't played in, 2 out of the last 3. That's 3 straight against the Chiefs.
Exactly.
That's what it is. But we're gonna talk about these fraud allegations, and I want to get what your take is on how Denver's perceived in the national view.
I think it's trash on how everyone thinks that Denver is, oh, we're just a lucky team and so on and so forth. What was that energy last year when the Chiefs were winning all those one-score games within 3 points when they had their devil magic, had Taylor Swift on their side? I think it's absolutely trash the way the media tries to nitpick Denver winning. A win is a win at the end of the day. And for you to sit here and complain because they're not playing the type of football you like, I think it's fucking trash. And you should honestly stop giving your takes at this point.
Like it's easy to comment from where we're sitting that it should look like this, it should look like that. But I mean, what it looks like at the end of the day is wins.
Exactly, it's wins.
It's wins. So why are we getting our chones in a bunch about how it looks? Like, Sean Payton said it himself. It doesn't have to look aesthetically pleasing. It doesn't. And like I said earlier, it was a Thursday night game. These teams are running condensed playbooks. They're not running full open everything up. They're not running everything. People are injured. You're having backups playing. It's just overall a bad atmosphere for good football.
Exactly. But people will say what they will. You can't sit here and complain when honestly it's 11 on 11. The best of the best is playing. So many few make the NFL, and you're sitting here nitpicking on how some teams should be winning. If you win it's a win. Straight up. Like, come on.
Yeah, exactly. That's really all that matters. It's honestly, I know a lot of Broncos country's concern too is the way they're winning. It's not necessarily like, oh, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. It's like you are giving trash teams opportunities to win and barely pulling it out in some cases.
Yeah, I definitely understand that frustration. Mm-hmm. Like, playing good teams and having good games, okay. But when it's teams that are below you, you kind of should be playing better than that. Like, let's say, for instance, the Giants game really caught me off guard because they really played into, the Giants' scheme, and then woke up in the fourth quarter when everybody was like, what the hell are you doing? You're losing to one of the sorriest teams in the league that's fighting for the number 1 draft pick right now in the league.
Yeah, seriously. Well, hey, shout out to the Giants for putting belt ass on the Raiders yesterday.
The Raiders were tanking on purpose, but
I agree. I agree with that. But you know what? I think it says a little more about the Giants that they weren't willing to play that game.
Exactly. Shout out to them. I seen one of the Raiders players got his ass whooped on the sideline yesterday. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Hey, man. Some of them Raiders bite off more than they can chew. Remember one started with Rod Smith and got the referee punched?
Exactly. Where Michael Crabtree at now?
Oh man, Michael Crabtree. I heard him and Salib made up. I'm sad about that. I'm kind of sad about that. But let's get back to the Broncos here, talking about these fraud allegations. If we're frauds, who's beating us in the playoffs?
That's a great question.
Like, I'm genuinely curious. Like, who do you think could beat us in the playoffs?
I truly think in the AFC, we can beat everybody. We've beaten half of the teams that are in there already. Buffalo, I don't feel confident in Buffalo beating us because their offense has been a step down all year. Their defense, I don't think their defense is that good. I truly believe the Broncos can run the whole table and end up in the Super Bowl.
I think they can too. I think they can beat every team out of that bunch. But I also look at the parity in the NFL and realize that every team out of that bunch could also beat the Broncos.
No.
That's the craziest part about it. Like, it's I don't think there's a favorable matchup anyway. I think regardless who we end up playing in the playoffs, they're going to have to come to Mile High, and it's going to be a motherfucker.
75,000 fans going crazy because there's always those 1,000 no-shows maybe or less. Boo on that.
Yeah.
But number 1 seed going through Denver, you're going to get hell. Every single snap, you're going to get hell. Believe me. It's not – I truly think now when it comes to the NFL. It was more predictable 10 years ago on who you could see in the Super Bowl, but now you just can't tell who's going to be there.
Yeah. No, for sure. And that's what you love about the NFL is like you can't figure, you don't know shit. You can sit here and predict all you want, but until the game is actually played, doesn't know anybody know what the hell's going to happen any given Sunday.
Exactly. Any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday. But I mean, in terms of, I think the Jaguars are going to be a tough out, man. If we end up facing them again, I think that you're going to get a motivated Broncos team, but it's going to be a close game.
If we play the Jaguars again, the outcome is going to be different. The Broncos will be way more prepared and will be seeking revenge. I don't think that happens twice where the Broncos get beat like that.
No, they don't get boat raced like that twice. It's not going to happen. But Reek coming out of the win against Kansas City, as ugly as that may have been, I got to now ask you, Reek's Mile High Dog of the Week.
My Mile High Dog of the Week goes to PS2, Patrick Surtain. I got his jersey on right now. This man, in my eyes, ended a fairy tale. It was the last 2 minutes of the game. You know, Travis Kelce's maybe last home game. This man went out there on the last drive and put hands and feet on Travis Kelce to make sure he didn't have that happy ending one last time in Arrowhead. So PS2 gonna get that from me. That's just me personally. I'm not a fan of Travis Kelce no more. I don't like how annoying he is. So to see that happen, I put a smile on my face.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm not gonna lie. I think the NFL was trying to send Travis Kelce out on a high note.
Exactly.
Like I am never going to be a proponent of that. The NFL is scripted, that there's a play-by-play script. But do I believe that there is influence to kind of sway games certain ways? Absolutely. And we saw that in full force with the referees not calling a penalty on Kansas City until a minute left in the game.
Which is absolutely dog shit. Dog shit. The Broncos have been the most penalized team in the league. And you're sitting here waiting till 2 minutes left in the game to call offsides or neutral zone infraction on the Chiefs. It's crazy. The Broncos have been getting cheated all year on the penalties. And earlier in the game, they called false start on us and nobody moved.
Yeah, it was the defensive lineman who jumped across. Nobody on the offensive line moved, and they called it on Ben Powers. Yes, that was frustrating. As well as later on, there was a pass interference on Evan Ingram that was pretty egregious. You're like, where the hell did this come from? He's not even. Yeah.
If you don't want the Broncos to win, just say it out loud at this point because it's getting too obvious.
Yeah, because the NFL is notorious for sending their superstars out on farewell tours.
Ray Lewis, but that's a story for a different day.
I think we may have been a benefit of that with Peyton Manning as well.
He should have had it 2 years ago before that, but
yeah, he should have had it in 2012 and 2013.
Well, we won't speak on that,
Yeah, we not gonna speak on that. What we gonna do is we gonna go ahead and jump right to the Week 18 matchup. The Los Angeles Chargers are coming to town. Head coach Jim Harbaugh. I would say this is a battle of Oregon quarterbacks, but they're sitting Justin Herbert and starting Trey Lance. What's your thought on that? With the number 1 seed on the line for the Denver Broncos.
I always enjoy the battle of Oregon. I seen something the other day too where it said Bo Nix has been in the league for 2 years and he won the division before Justin Herbert.
I love that.
And it's great to see just because I don't like the Chargers. There's like 5 Chargers fans that be sitting here talking shit the whole time, but they haven't done anything. So whatever with that. We can't make it a trap game. The starters, I think more of the starters won't be playing either. So just get the job done, have the number 1 seed. Let's not play down to their level because we've been good at that this season, playing at terrible teams level.
Yeah. We definitely play to our opponent. And as much as it can drive me crazy sometimes, that's the way Sean Payton has chose to organize this team. He says we're going to play a game that you like to play and we're going to beat you at it.
And it's stressful because I don't even smoke cigarettes, but I'd be ready to grab a Newport. I'm like, yo,
Hey.
what are we doing?
Oh, not the Newport, my boy. Not the Newport.
I'm going to get a Newport and a 40. Be Uncle Shay Shay on y'all.
Oh, hell no, man. Fucking Colt 45, Mr. Billy D. Williams, huh?
Exactly.
Oh, man. Well, with the number 1 seed on the line, man, there's a lot riding on this for Denver. So how do they win this game, even if they are playing the backups of the Chargers?
It's in the hands of Bo Nix. In the hands of Bo Nix. You have to go out there. Let's sustain drives. If we're going to have long drives, let's get 6 on the board. Like I said earlier, we got to get to 6 points. 3 is not going to help us. We got to get 6. Keep running the ball. Keep showing out. RJ Harvey, running back, he's been doing his damn thing. Let's feed Cortland Sutton. Let's get Evan Ingram more and more involved. Get Troy Franklin involved. Like, let's get all the boys involved, and let's go out there and whoop their ass.
For me, the way Denver wins this game, staying in the moment, taking it one play at a time, only playing who's in front of you, and not getting ahead of yourself.
Exactly. One play at a time. That's the only way we're going to get to where we need to go.
Exactly. Well, I've asked you how they win. How does Denver lose this game?
Not sustaining drives, and also the defense not coming to play. The other day, the defense played good regardless of who was at quarterback. They shut down their offense. The only times they scored really was when they were short field. And it's hard to stop a team from scoring when they're on a short field. And while I'm talking about that, shout out to PJ Locke. PJ Locke played his ass off the other day. He redeemed himself. So I know
he had a rough game against Jacksonville.
Yeah, he had a rough game. And he went out there and played his ass off. So shout out to him for getting it done, redeeming himself.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at Nick Benito and asking where the hell that was. You had an ass game and then you essentially disappeared again. So
it's time to wakey.
We need you, Mr. Benito. It's time to wake up, sir. Playoffs right around the corner.
Exactly. You got the bag. They gave you the bag. So now it's time to go finish the job.
Yep. Finish the job. You spoke about how Denver loses this game. For me, you fall victim to the trap game. You fall victim to we're playing the Chargers B team and we're going to smack them and we're going to have the number 1 seed and we're going to start. What are we going to do in our week off and the bye week? And like, you're thinking about this before the game even starts. That's how you lose this game.
Exactly. Can't focus on it. We got to get the damn job done because if we lose, New England got first seed.
Yep. And
they've been on fire.
Yeah. That and don't nobody want to go to Foxborough in the playoffs.
Exactly. Nobody want to go to Foxborough, see Stephon Diggs, Cardi B. We want it here in Denver.
We want this shit here in Denver, man. I'm not trying to go to Jacksonville, not trying to go to New England. Like no, this is playoff atmosphere football here in the Mile High City. Oh, could you imagine an AFC Championship game here?
Exactly. Come somewhere where they can't breathe.
They can't breathe. They can't breathe. But all right, Reek, what is your X factor for this game against the Chargers?
RJ Harvey is my X factor.
RJ Harvey?
RJ Harvey. Keep telling it. Keep making your case on why you should be Offensive Rookie of the Year because the media hasn't said nothing about it, and you got the most touchdowns out of any player in the league right now as a rookie. Show out and just make the case be known on why you deserve that position.
Yeah.
Because they sleeping on you, but I see you. You doing your thing every week.
Yes, he is. He's balling out, man. He's been a great addition to this offense, and he's done a great job in the absence of J.K. Dobbins holding down the running back position. My X factor, I'm gonna say our head coach and his play calling. My question is, how much are you opening up the playbook, Sean Payton? How much are you willing to put on tape in week 18 to get this done? Because, the more you put on tape now, the more time that people are going to have to study you, study your offense, study your defense, and figure some shit out against you. And hope that you got the answer in that 2 week break.
Yeah, we got to do what we got to do because every time these trap games or these little short week games come around, the play calling is just so bland, and we do unnecessary things. Like especially with the trick plays, we haven't converted a trick play all season, and we just got to get back to the basics. Let's not be too fancy. If we got to run the ball down their neck, let's do it. If we got to do short to intermediate passes, let's do it. But let's not sit here and give them what they want.
And I'm actually going to throw out a secondary X factor because this is something scary for me that could potentially ruin our season. To be honest with you, and I'm looking at Cortland Sutton and the drops that he has.
The drops from the receiver room, period.
Yes, the drops from the receiver room, period. But Cortland Sutton is better than that. Cortland Sutton is one of the most dynamic playmaking receivers in the NFL. So to see him have the drops that he had, and especially in this game against Kansas City, it's been a year-long thing. But just in this game, the drop touchdown, I about lost my shit.
My fantasy league is hurting from that. I would know. Yeah, the drops has been killing me all year. We gotta be more consistent. I can't tell y'all what to do. Y'all are grown men making more money than I can, or I do right now. But we gotta lock in. It's playoff time. This is the first time you guys are going, or the second time you guys are going to the playoffs. First time you won the division. The whole city been waiting on it. So let's make the most out of the opportunities because I want to see y'all in February, and I'm trying to go to a parade, so I don't gotta go to work.
Well, before we get to February, we still got to look at the Chargers in the face, even if it is the B team, and we gotta handle business there. So, Reek, what's your prediction?
I have the Broncos. We're wearing the throwback jerseys. I truly believe we're gonna have Week 18 of last year again. I say the Broncos win 34-10.
34-10. Okay.
I give them 10. I give them 10 to be generous. I wanted to say 3, but give them 10.
Yeah. See, I know what Harbaugh's doing. He's trying to rest his guys. They're not really playing for much, except to be spoiler for us. So I'm gonna say 2014 Denver. It's good. I feel like we like our 1-score games, man.
It'd be nice to have a blowout here and there, but we do like our 1-score games.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we do. But Reek, before we head out of here, is there any place that these folks can find you on social media?
Reek Season on IG. Follow your boy. I've been having people peeping because I could look on how many people have viewed my profile. Y'all making me famous, like 14.2K views on my profile, but I'm not seeing the translation. Like, come on, I'm not seeing the translation to the followers.
No, I feel you, and I feel that'll come with time.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm not just sitting here shooting the shit,
No, definitely. And me, I am on all social media at town.5280. But that's all the time that we got today for Life in a Barrel. I thank you guys for joining us. We look forward to catching y'all next week after the Chargers game and getting ready for playoff football here in the Mile High City. For Tariq, for Tariq, for Town, catch y'all later. Peace.
Life in a barrel. Life in a barrel. Life in a barrel.